Hi there. Very good evening. Very good morning. Welcome back again on another Sunday on B-TIC Talks today. And thank you very much for joining us with your busy schedule. And today's topic is about brand you. In other words, if I simplify this, how could you brand yourself so that you can get some business benefits? So I have a big message here. However, I have to cut these lectures short because to limit the topics within the time frame. Now, these days, you see, when you go around the world, you would see loads of new people, loads of newcomers to the market. They bring in products and services to sell. They're starting new business. It's like starting your car and switching the engine off if you don't like the business. You start the car tonight to travel. You start the business tonight to do some business. If you don't like it, you can close it down immediately tomorrow, because today's business context is not about the brick and mortar business. Earlier days, if you want to start a business, you need to have a big building. You need to have a big factory, machineries, vehicles, rental, electricity, too many employees, and so on. Today, it's not the case. You only need to have a powerful platform. Big organizations in the world, tech-based organizations, in fact, they all have a platform to do the business. They don't have any brick and mortar things. If you even take Apple, they don't have any facilities in California. They have their manufacturing plant based in the Asian part. They have a big manufacturing plant outsourced in China, and so on. When Bill Gates was alive, it was not the case, but now, yes. So in this scenario, when you start your business on your own, your business is not sold. Your products are not sold until it is branded. Okay, if you go as a commodity, if you go to the market to sell some salt without a brand, if you go to the market without a brand for the sugar you sell, you are sold as a commodity and you don't have any profit margin based on your brand premium. I'll be discussing this word brand premium later. Anyway, so for now, you have to brand your product, you have to brand your services, you have to brand what you sell. Otherwise, you can't have the benefit that you really want to gain in your business. It is very important. And when you start your business, you may not have enough resources, you may not have enough facilities, you may not have enough expertise in it. When you go inside, you have your clarity myth. You don't understand every single thing clearly. But when you move your business further forward, you would get some idea about the next move of it. That is fine. But you can acquire these expertise, you can acquire these resources, finance, and so on. But it is the challenging part of you. There is no honeymoon period in your business if you don't have the money coming in. It's very difficult unless you are an angel investor. If you have too much of money, you can throw the money to the market. You can wait there for about 3, 4, 5 years. That is fine. But if you're starting a new business, if you don't have customers walking inside to purchase things from you, it may be a disaster. I call this, you die in the market. You bring certain things to your market. You bring your nest egg savings to the market to do some business. And if you don't have sales there, you die in the market. You come home with nothing in your pocket, and then you come home with some debts as well. You have to clear certain debts to get your head off from that problem. That is why I'm calling this, you die in the market if you don't have the sales in the market. And if you want the sales, you want the brands. That is very important. Now, when I say the definition of brand, there are different definitions for brand, and there are wordly proper definitions, lengthy, long sentences in it. But my clear definition, a simple definition is this: how many things can you get done, or what can you get done over the phone? Can you get some call to your friend? Can you borrow $1 million or $100,000 over the phone? If you can borrow it, your brand has a value, because you are trusted, you are entrusted to that fund. He gives the funds to you because of your brand value. He knows this brand is good enough to repay this loan back to me. That is why he releases it. And if you want to borrow some overdraft facilities from a bank, if you can borrow it over the counter, that is about your brand value. If you apply for an overdraft, the bank allows, okay, this is the guy, I know the guy, let us lend the money to him. If that is given, and you have a brand value. And the amount of money you could borrow, some people, they could borrow millions of dollars. Some people, they could go for up to about $1,000 or $100,000, whatever it is, depending on the brand value. Only banks release funds to you. Okay, so that is about your brand value. And the same thing applies to you when you go to the market, and if people, or if you can get the sales done using your brand, this is my product, I'm the one selling this, can you buy this? If you can sell it with authority, we call it, you have a brand value. The bigger the brand value, the heavier the brand value, the bigger the sales, the bigger the profit. And again, you would increase the number of sales with the amount of profit you could make would be also high. Your profit margin also would be high. That is why you need to have a brand. If you can get things done with your authority and your brand value is existing there. However, if you don't work on your brand value, there is always a brand value for it. Because if you see some beggar in the street, he can also get some funds from you. He's marketing certain things and he's getting some money from your pocket. That is also having a brand value. If you don't work on that one, somewhat would give you the brand value for you. Somewhat would make the brand value for you. For example, I'm a lecturer and I'm a little long in the market. I know my student population that I have already taught. I have already done the courses and MBAs and so on for them. So I'm a little long. And there are so many of my family members, they're not aware about what I'm doing. And I've never told them that I'm doing this. I'm doing it. I didn't go there to express everything what I was doing. So sometimes my close family members ask me, you're just relaxing at home, not going anywhere else. And you're sitting before your computer. What are you doing? And here, if I don't clearly build my brand value for my family members, they would give a value to it. They would say, this guy is this, he's just wasting his time on the Facebook. Or maybe they guess things and they make it. And that is what the disaster I'm just making mention of in here. You have a brand, if you make it. If you don't have a brand, you will have a brand in the market by default. People give a brand to you. Then you would be struggling to change that perception, because the first perception, the first impression they make, it'll be difficult for you to wipe it off and replace it with another better value for it. So that's why it is very important for you to build your brand value deliberately, intentional brand building. Now, if I tell you this statement in here, businesses fail. Business never fail if you have customers purchasing things from you. If you have customers buying stuffs from you, you don't have any issues with it, because you make your things, you make your goods, you sell it, and you get the profit. That's the ultimate objective of business. So businesses doesn't fail. Businesses never fail if you have enough sales. If I put this on the other way around, if you don't have sales, your business will fail. You would die. So the business fails. The reason is because, the only reason is because it is not about how much you know about your business. It is about how much the customers know about your business. You may be producing some devices and you know that device is the best device that you could ever produce. And that's the best out there in the market as well. You know it. If the customer don't know it, they wouldn't buy that from you because they don't know, they're not aware. That is why you need to build your brand deliberately, intentionally. If you don't build it, it will cost a lot of money. You would leave loads of money on the table for your opposition, for your competitors to take it, simply take it, because I'm not known in the market. I'm not interested in this money. You let your competitors to take that money from the table very simply because your competition is irrelevant to them. Now, today's business is about the brand entrepreneurs. What do you mean by that? Earlier days, if you take McDonald's, if you take KFC, those companies are based on the corporate brands. KFC is known, and all of your kids, all of the kids around, all of the people around, they know these brands. And if you ask them who is behind this brand, nobody knows. You have to Google and say, okay, that is from this guy about 70 years ago. This is from that guy, it is about 60 years ago, because they only work on the corporate brand. Okay, they work on McDonald's, they work on KFC. Today's concept is not that. It is moving a little bit beyond that, where your personal brand is also having an impact in your market. That is when we put this together, and we call this the double-barreled approach. You work on the brand of your company and you work on the brand of yourself as well. If you take Apple, Steve Jobs was working on Apple's brand, and he was working on him as well. And Steve Jobs had the authority. If Steve Jobs says, this is the smartphone you have to buy, you never ask him why, you just buy it because the authority. And they all become celebrity entrepreneurs. Okay, so brand entrepreneurs, they always work on both the brands very severely, very heavily, which is on the cooperation of them, the company's brand as well as their personal brand. All these big people now, if you take Mark Zuckerberg, if you take Elon Musk, if you take Bill Gates, if you take Jeff Bezos, if you take any of these recent richest people, the current richest people, they are all working on their personal brand much more than the corporate brand, because corporate brand is done by their marketing team. Personal brand is done by them. They work on their own personal brand development. So they go to the society as a celebrity, tell the people, I'm so-and-so, that's my company, this is my product, you should buy this. They have the authority, they force you. This is what we call the breakthrough branding, breakthrough brand. The definition of breakthrough brand is this: you work on your corporate brand, you work on your product brand, and you work on your personal brand as well, with a balance in between. You have to equally distribute your energy to all three of these things so you can easily get your sales done. So any business you start, it is very vital for you to start your business promoting yourself as a celebrity authority and promoting your company or your corporate brand as well as your product brand. Look at this in here. I have brought in 3 stuffs. Now, we are a star-based culture. We are a star-based culture. What we do, we listen to stars, we follow stars, we copy them, we imitate them, and we listen to what they say without any question. There is no counter questions, there is no counter arguments. If Shah Rukh Khan drinks Pepsi, you want to drink it. You don't know the risky part of it. You don't know the benefit part of it. You don't have any questions on it. You just want to drink it because celebrity authority. Pepsi pays loads of money for him, for his endorsement, to encourage his fans to drink Pepsi. Millions of money they pay. It's because he has the authority. If he pays it, if he encourages, if he recommends it, people would drink it because he has his personal brand, very powerful brand. And if it is about your iPhone, if it is about your MacBook, if it is about your tablet or whatever the technical devices, tech devices, if you listen to Steve Jobs, you don't ask him why, you don't ask him what, you don't ask him how, you just purchase it. This is what makes them rich. And if you take Richard Branson, he says, fly Virgin Atlantic Airlines, and you fly, simply, that is it. So you fly, you don't see how the airlines are, you don't see how the management of that organization is, you don't know how the engineering department of the airlines, how risky it is to fly, and how reliable the airlines is. You never ask that question because you rely on the words, the authority of Richard Branson. So the basic of developing your personal brand is to get your celebrity authority. These days, you see, you go to a restaurant because celebrity chef inside. You go to a lecture hall because you have your celebrity lecturer inside your lecture hall. You go to a training program because celebrity trainer. You go to a film because your celebrity, the star actor is on the film. You go to a football match because you have your soccer star, soccer celebrity inside, celebrity-based society. The same principles, if you apply this in your business to develop your personal brand, you would definitely get additional customers, additional money, additional profit. You would grow your business very easily. You can fight your competition very easily because you would have your competitive advantage over the others. Now, there are 2 words that I have to look into when I talk about this branding. The key word is visibility and ability. When I say visibility in the market, how visible are you to your audience? When you sell a car, when somebody wants to buy a car, how visible your brand is to them? That is visibility. And ability is about how good your car is. If I'm a lecturer, how visible am I in the society? If they want to learn something, if they want to do a university program or an MBA or whatever, how visible I am so that they can choose me to buy that course. That is visibility. Next part is about how good I am in lecturing things, right? So in this crazy market, people, they never worry about how able this company is, how able this businessman is, how able this trainer, this chef, this businessman, or this coach, whoever. They don't worry. They worry about how visible, because the mindset of people that forces them to buy things from the visibility than the ability. That is why sometimes you experience, when you do your sales, when you go to the market, you may have a great product, you may have a great services, and you would be struggling to get customers, whereas there is a crap business company, there is a crap product in the market, and they sell that very easily because people know it. Okay, visibility. But the brand is attached to this as well, visibility. This is where I'm using this word in here. Your personal brand, your visibility. How visible are you to the audience, to your customers? How powerful your personal brand is, how attention people give to you, how powerful the attention is over you, how popular are you, and how much are you known as, we call it known as, and how many people are aware of you. Based on the weight of this, your personal brand's weight, your visibility, how visible are you, the attention people have over you, the knownness about you, how many people know, how do you know you, and the awareness they have, your popularity. Based on all these things, we can build a unique brand of you, and that will give you the premium of personal brand, premium of visibility, premium of attention, premium of knownness, premium of awareness, premium of popularity. When I say premium of popularity, premium of brand value, premium of visibility, that is this. Now, if I go to the market with a smartphone, if I say my smartphone costs you $1,000, this smartphone is $1,000. Now, if Bill Gates walks inside the market and say, my phone is $2,000, double time of my price. If you technically analyze the quality of these two, mine may be better than him, but you pay additional $1,000 for his brand. This is what I'm calling brand premium. So if you have a powerful brand, you can charge a lot. There are so many lecturers, they do lectures for free. They get invited, they go there and they do the lectures. And there are lecturers, if you want to get one public speaking gig, if you want to get them to make 1 hour of lecture or public speaking, you got to pay about $5,000 starting from that. And there are people, they get $70,000 per speaking gig for about 2.5 hours of speech. You know why? Because the celebrity authority. I am giving the lecture today, walk in the lecture hall, and you're going to pay me this. It's depending on how many people you could gather, household, too many people, and your brand premium. That means how much I can charge. So the charge you make, the profit margin you make, or you set for your product is totally differing on, depending on all these factors. What are they? Your visibility, attention of your customers over you, your personal brand, knownness in the market, awareness about you, your popularity, those kind of things. So these words are very key for you if you want to develop your own brand. Now, this is a story, to cut it short, the one I was discussing before. If you can build your awareness, your brand, your visibility, you can make more money. Compare these two equations or two calculations. If you know 10,000 people in the market, otherwise, if 10,000 people know you, and 1,000 of them, they would love you maybe, and 100 people, they trust and buy things for you. So you get some money. And if 100,000 people know you, 10% of them would definitely love you. So that is about 10,000. And 10% of that lovers, they buy from you, that is about 1,000. Compare this, 100 people trust you and buy from you. 1,000 people trust you and buy from you. So you would definitely earn 10 times more than the price that you could charge if you are known less in the market. So it is very crucial for you to develop your brand. I'm taking all these statements because to make sure my statement is having some weight. Personal brand. Look at this guy, Richard Branson. He is about a celebrity in his industry. He has multiple industries. Let's take his airlines industry. So he's his celebrity authority. He is the brand. He is the personal brand. Whereas his airlines, his Virgin Airlines is the corporate brand, and he develops his brand in many ways. Now, the reason, the strategy he has here to develop his brand is about going out there to the market. Easily these days, you can do this branding of your personal self from home. You don't need to go anywhere else. Your cost is very less because you only need to have a laptop and a internet line. That is it, nothing more. So you go to the internet, you can brand yourself. How do they brand themselves? If you want to establish your celebrity authority, all you do is to develop content and throw that to your audience. You tell them, I'm so-and-so, and I'm having this ability. I can carry you from this end to that end. I can treat you this way. I can teach you that way. I can solve your problem this way. And you talk about your expertise on the social media, and people would listen to you because you get the authority of your expertise. That is how most of these people, they do, because it is very easy than ever before. These days, if you want to build your credibility, your trustworthiness, the simple thing that you got to do is about your brand. You put your brand on the social media. And I have a theory here to talk about, to understand how we should place our brand in the market, which is about the Denver number or Denver theory. That says, psychologically, that says every single one in this world, they very closely know 5 loved ones, maybe their parents or maybe a wife, kids, and whoever around them. 5 people, they're always in their brain. It is always in their brain. They never forget them. And the next circle is about 15 good friends. They may have around 15 good friends, and they remember them. They send WhatsApp messages these days, or earlier days, they make phone calls or so on, and they remember all of them. If they want to get some work done, if they want to discuss certain things, they immediately call these 15 friends, 1 of them, 2 of them, so on. That is 15 good friends. Beyond that circle, they may have another 50 friends of them where they think and recall, okay, I have a friend over there. I'm going to that city. I want to visit this place, and I don't know anyone. Let me find out. And you go to your contact list of your phone and find, yes, I have my friend. He used to study with me a long time ago. Let me call him and find out. You just call him and say, hello, hi, I'm so-and-so. You introduce yourself because you're not in good touch, but you had a touch before. So that is about your friends. And again, you have 150 meaningful contacts in your brain that you can keep in your brain. 150 meaningful contacts that if you need a doctor, if you need a consultant, if you need to buy a car, if you need to book a hotel for you, if you need to buy something from some other country, you know certain people in your contact, you Google it and you find out. That is your meaningful contact. Beyond that, you can know about 500 people and 1,500 people. You can recognize. Your brain has the capacity to recognize about 1,500 people around, not more than that. Okay, if you recognize one additional person today, you may forget one of those who are already in your recognition list. That is the psychology. Okay, it's a psychological theory. Now, I'm not saying that this is the case for everyone, but what I say is there is a message for us from this in terms of our personal branding. Now, we are talking about selling something to a customer. Your customer is here. He knows about 5 loved ones. He has 15 good friends. He has 50 friends and meaningful 150 contacts. And the idea of your personal branding is this: you have to place your name, your brand within this list so that you can easily get him to purchase things from you. Otherwise, he can't recall you and he wouldn't buy from. How do we do this? Okay, that is why I'm calling this. Within this 150 meaningful contacts, your brand should be there. You should be there. And I'm using a word in here, omnipresence. What is the meaning of omnipresence? Omnipresence means people believe in their life because you show yourself up in their life always. So they believe in their subconscious mind that you are everywhere. Okay, so you are present in their life very frequently. You're present in their life very frequently. You show yourself up in their life so that they believe you are literally everywhere. So that if they want to make some decision, they always want to involve you. If you want to buy certain things that you sell, they want to involve you. And it is easy for you these days because you don't need to deliberately spot everyone and send your message to them. I'm around, please buy things from me. You have to only click one button that will send a message to them. So they get the message from you every single day morning. I have one example for this. I have a friend from India, and he is a lawyer, and he is a great businessman. And he was my neighbor in some other country. We were living together. This guy, I had a relationship with him for about 15 plus years. And every single day morning, he sends me a good morning message. And he sent that message to maybe 10,000, 15,000 friends daily to make him omnipresent in the mind of all of us. And he's clicking one button or maybe 10 buttons, because you have today to send WhatsApp, automated WhatsApp messages. You can send up to 1,000, 1,500 message from one click that automatically send the message to your contact that you give. Okay, and there are packages you can send those within 250 numbers. It is free for you. One click, 250 number WhatsApps are sent individually. So they remember you every single day morning. You say good morning. When he says good morning to me, I type good morning and send it to him. And I remember. If I want to buy something from India, I definitely contact him first than any other of my contacts. This is what, or this is how you develop your omnipresence. You have technology today. If you can make it, yes. Right. From the same WhatsApp message, from the same technology, you can sell them things that you have. You can say, I have a car for sale. I used it for about 5 years, good condition, it's for sale. Anybody who wants to, please let me know. You send one message in the morning, in the evening, you get about 25,000 calls, 25,000 inquiries, and you don't know who to sell it now because too many customers to buy. Because they know you for about 5 years, every single day for 5 years, you're sending good morning message, and they know you. And if you say, I have a car for you, why not? Because, you know, the guy, I know him for 5 years. Right? So that is what omnipresence is about. So to make yourself present in this way, make yourself present in this way in people's life. If you want to show yourself up in people's life daily, the only impactful thing that you could develop on the social media, on this platform, is to develop content in it. If you are a doctor, if you are a cardiologist, if you're a heart specialist, you can make content on the YouTube and send messages about how to cure all these blockades, how to treat your things, what are the new technologies that is emerging to take your block in your heart or whatever, or whatever the success stories that you have achieved in your career, or whatever the challenges that you have faced, whatever the cases that you have faced, those things you can post in simple little video clips, and people know this guy is an expert. When they have their heart blocked, they never go anywhere else. They just nick your phone. They just knock your phone. They want to get treated from you because they know the guy. If anybody asks, I'm going there, if you want to clear your heart as well, please follow me. With blind eye, because the authority. So developing content, if you are selling something, develop content and tell the people that I'm selling this is the story. If you're running a software company, say this is a software company, this is what I do, these are the apps I develop, these are the customers they use, and develop content on it so people know these contents are around. And if you want to develop content, I give you little ideas in here to build your brand. You always make little video clips or audio clips, 60-second audio clip. That is the strategy. Because if you make 5, 10, 25 minutes video clips, you're asking a lot from your audience to read or listen to you, because you are very new to the market. When you grow further, there is possibility that you can develop 1 hour, half an hour video clips on it, because people would want to listen to you. But if you are starting it, 60-second video clip, 60-second audio clip, post it in. And you can interview big authorities. If you are a doctor, and you can interview another cardiologist. If you are a lecturer, you can interview another trainer. If you are a software engineer, you can interview another code writing expert. And when you share all those messages on the social media, people think that if you have the opportunity to interview this expert, you are also an expert. Okay, so you can sell yourself. So if you have the ability to interview different people from different discipline, you are telling the people that I am a multidisciplined guy. You need to buy things from me. Interviews. You can make demonstration videos. Now, if you go to YouTube, you can see there are so many channels. If some new device comes out from Apple, these guys, they take that device and they review that. They demonstrate, this is the device, these are the features, this is how it works, and so on. Apple doesn't do it, but these guys, they do it. And when you listen to all these things, when you want to buy an iPhone, you contact this guy. When you want to buy a phone, you contact this guy and ask, I am going for a phone like this. What is your opinion? Okay, this is where you develop your authority. You can write blogs, you can review books. There are books on many areas, be it business, law, psychology, sports, any area. There are so many books. And if you take a book and read the book, and if you can review the book, and people understand that you have knowledge to criticize this book. Okay, so that is again building credibility about you to the society. And put all of this on the social media. You do these videos, interviews, demonstration video clips, writing blogs, storytelling, edutainment videos, whatever it is, do them, put them on the social media. Let the people listen to you so that you can get the authority. Okay, people would want to contact you. How can I do this? How can I do that? So it is the evidence here that I have. This guy, the name is Ryan Kaji, and he's a YouTuber, and he's the 5th top earner in YouTube. 5th top earner, 11 years old boy. His worth is $100 million. He started the business in 2015, and he is active till today. He has 2,400 video clips on his channel and 35.1 million subscribers, 55.1 billion views, 35.1 million subscribers. And he has loads of contracts with Walmart, other toy manufacturers, toy sellers for his review, because if he reviews, people buy it. If he says this toy is great, people buy it. And his pictures are printed on the packaging of those toys. Okay. And all he did is content development. He takes a toy, review the toy, put it on the YouTube. That is it. Content development. People know that if I want to buy a toy for my kid, or kids know that if I want to buy a toy for me, if I speak to Ryan, he would give me the right advice. And that is the brand. Okay. So using this concept, I'm suggesting you, if you want to build your brand, develop your content on the social media. There are so many other ways. There are so many other ways that you got to follow that as well. And I'm limiting these lectures to this content development. And I guarantee if you start developing content on social media about your expertise, you would get so many phone calls. You would get so many inquiries to purchase things from you, to get consultation from you, to get advice from you, to get recommendations from you personally. And companies may consult you to recommend people on their behalf. You may get some celebrity endorsements there if you can build your channel very fast and very, very strong. Now, to start this branding, whatever you do. Now, let me tell you one more point while I remember. This personal branding is not limited only for a businessman. Okay, it is not about only the business authorities. It is about for every single one. If you are a good brand in your family members would listen to you. If there's a wedding function, they consult you. I'm having a wedding function this way. How could I conduct this? Because you have the authority to consult them how to manage the event. Okay, if you're a HR consultant, if you talk about HR, they may consult you. I'm looking for a boy for my daughter. So can you please suggest me one guy? Otherwise, I have got a guy. Can you please do a test if I can recruit him for my daughter? They consult you. Your family members I'm talking about. If you're a great marketer, they may ask you, can you go and find out one guy for my daughter? Can you market my daughter to get the right guy for my daughter? If you're a great marketing guy. Okay, so this branding is not limited to business. It's for your family members as well. If you're an employee even, yes, if you can brand yourself strong, your employer wouldn't mind pay you more money. Your employer cannot afford to lose you. He would retain you in any way, any amount of money, any amount of facilities, any amount of package you wanted. He would pay that for you to keep you there because you are a brand. Okay, so this branding is not limited to sell something from a business point of view. It is for you to find a job, to retain people with you, to get retained by others as well. Okay, anything that you do, if you have a powerful brand, people would want to associate with you. So this applies to every single one in the lecture today, or whoever they listen to. Now, to build your content, I tell you this, you can build your content using any social media you like, but make sure, find out where your audience are. If you're talking about a doctor and patients, you may have to go to the social media where your patients are. If you're talking about kids, and if you want to sell some toys, you have to find out where those kids are hanging around on the social media. So you have to go to that channel, and not every channel you do. So you never sell toys in LinkedIn, I think. LinkedIn is for professional network and to find a job and to sell a job and so on. So you never promote your toys on LinkedIn, but you may promote your toys on Facebook, maybe. So you have to find out the right social media to hang around to meet your audience. Now, when you find out these people, the strategy is this: daily, every day, 1 minute video clip, 15 to 20 pieces of them each day. 15 minutes of video clip in 15 pieces, 1 minute piece, 15 to 20. And you post that across 5 social medias daily. 15 to 20 pieces of content, post it across 5 social medias daily. Do that for 3 months, 3 months, and report to me about the market, about your sales, and what happens to your sales. You would definitely double your money, and you would definitely double your time off. 2 things: double your money, your income will double. Meantime, the time you spend to do your sales will reduce by half, meaning you will get double time off, double income. Wow, what else you want? I guarantee this. Try it and let me know. Okay, so you have lots of medias in here: your WhatsApp, your Twitter, your Instagram, your YouTube short, your Facebook Reels, your Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Snapchat. What else? There are so many. What and what? You can use all of those, whatever that is applicable to you. Whoever you can see or whoever you want to meet, find out where they are and go to that social media. And all these things are totally free. That's the beauty of this. Now, to take this content, you need to have a phone. The phone you're using now to attend to this meeting is much better than the powerful cameras we had in Bollywood about 10 years ago. The phone camera you have is more than enough. And that is much better camera than the camera we used in Bollywood film industry 10 years ago. So you can use your camera that you have today in your hand. And that's not a problem. You can use it. And you can build your content today. Now, I have a question for you. When did you build your content last? You all post things on the Facebook and social media, and they're all crazy. Okay, you post your things. I'm logging in here. I'm boarding there. I'm exiting from here. I'm landing there. I'm having my lunch here, and so on. I don't know how relevant it is. It may be relevant to you, depends. Okay, but don't post anything irrelevant that may damage your brand on the other side, because the social media doesn't only work for you, it works against you as well. That is why we call it the double-edged sword. It can cut your customers and it can cut yourself as well if you do the wrong thing in it. And the social media has a big benefit in your life, which is if you're on the social media, you become public. You are a public personnel. When you are a public personnel, you never do crazy things. That will discipline you a lot. That will discipline you a lot. When you go out, you'll be disciplined. Okay. Now, when you drive your car outside, you may be right. There are crazy drivers. They make stupid mistakes on the road and they offensive drivers. But you still maintain your discipline because there are people around. If they notice you, before you reach home, they put your picture and look at this guy. He's fighting the three-wheel drive on the street. That's not right. It will discipline you. Though you are right, you never fight. That's part of your discipline. So if you use social media, it is risky, but you need to maintain the discipline. Social media can shape your discipline as well. So that is a great benefit of you. So I have a question now. How many of you know me? I'm in the market for about 10 years, and I'm working on this social media only recently because I realized, and I'm getting the result as well. I didn't take longer time. If you start developing content in it, you definitely have market, and it is very fast. Okay, you don't need to wait for years, months, even weeks. You can easily get extra 2-3 customers within a week if you can put about 20 contents on the YouTube. Try it and see. I don't know what you sell. Whatever you sell, you put it on the YouTube and see. You will definitely get your result within 1 or 2 weeks time. You will definitely experience some extra money coming in, extra knowness coming in, extra recognition coming in, and you can demand your employee, if you are an employer, for your salary increment immediately. You don't need to wait till the next annual appraisal. You can immediately demand it because the people around your competitors, they know you are on the market, and they know there's a great employee doing these kind of things. They may contact you. I have a big place here. Why don't you come? I'll give you a better package than what you get from over there. So, you know, these bosses, they know. Right. So ask a question yourself. I'm asking you a question. How many of you know me? I don't know. And I would say that all of you in the lecture today, you know me. I don't know how much, but you know me. On the other side, ask a question this way. How many of us know you? I can see Oshini Chandradasa, my student, in fact, and I can see Aditya from Canada. I can see her. They know me. And how many of you know them? If you know them, they have the omnipresence. Otherwise, they have the brand a little bit. If you don't know them, they need to build the brand immediately because Oshini is a lawyer. And if you can put your contents, which area of law you practice, is it about civil law? Is it about criminal law? Is it about contract? Is it about properties? Whatever the law that you practice, if it is about intellectual property law, anything, if you're practicing about intellectual property law, go out there, develop 15, 20 contents about how to purchase, how to sell, how to encash, how to evaluate, how to get these damages claimed from these intellectual property infringement. There are so many laws. You can compare all those things from China, from England, from UK, from Sri Lanka, and you can put those content in it. And if a company has the issue of intellectual property infringement, they never go anywhere else. They'll knock your phone because you're on the market. You're omnipresent. Okay, you don't need to make much. I said 15 to 20 because it is ideal. If you can make about 5 videos or even 2 video clips daily, do that for about 2-3 months and see the inquiries, see the opportunities you could get because your brand is going to fly in it. Okay, so that is it from me. And I hope that you got the message and you have an idea about how to develop your brand online so that you can get more business. And thank you very much for joining us. And I see you hopefully next Sunday with another guest. Have a great evening. Have a great week ahead. Thanks a lot.